Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. If you guys will just take a minute, I'm going to clear the air in our heart spaces at this time. Woo! How is everybody doing today? I went and got some sun today. I had the day off, so this message or this reading is for June 6th. What is June 6th bringing? It brings in the numbers 66. But I do want to talk about the number 666, which around the time that Bibles were starting to get, or when Bibles started to get, what is that word, catanized or something, it brought the whole 666 mark of the beast, right? And that was used to put fear into the uneducated. This number has many different hidden meanings though. For one, it does mean that it means basically change your thoughts. So if you don't think your thoughts are currently serving you, then it's time to start realigning them with your goals and your purpose. Also, it means to lend a helping hand to those who need it the most, okay? So remember when I said like numbers have good and bad attributes, right? Well, the actual code of 666 was actually meant to be a good thing, right? So June 6th is a portal that's going to bend for realignments. So expect bad situations to flip into something good. If you're around the wrong energy tomorrow though, expect complications, okay? Because this energy isn't meant for your energy to be shared, okay? This energy portal is going to tune into your core energy. So it's going to tune into every individual person differently. So it's not going to touch the people. Well, it is going to touch people around you, but this energy portal is for your core energy, okay? So it's not for other people in a sense. This portal is going, it's going to tune, and especially if you're around the wrong person, things are going to start getting complicated because the wrong person is going to block you from this portal. So be aware of people who are overly anxious, overly logical, or emotionally unstable, someone who has jealous tendencies, or is skeptical, suspicion, or some other kind of lower vibrational energy. Their field is actually going to interfere with this energy. So what you're going to need to do is when you're around someone like that, just don't engage, just break away from them, you know. And you might need to do that for the next couple days because sometimes energy lingers and it moves and flows, right? So, you know, just try to break away from people like that. So in the next few days after June 6th, what we're going to see, this portal is actually going to affect everyone globally. So I don't watch TV, so I don't really know what's going on in the news, and I do that for a reason. But in the news is going to seem off. You're going to be like, is this story even real? You're going to get like visions from leaders, and when they speak, it's going to sound really bizarre and out there. Financial markets may twitch or switch without any logical reasons. So expect a global change that is going to be kind of bizarre, or a reaction that might not make any sense. But don't fear it, okay? The portal will seem quite subtle because it's dismantling large structures that don't align anymore globally, okay? Like a subtle override that exposes the corruption. So expect things to be leaking through the cracks, and it's gonna hit larger scales more than us individually. So that's a good thing, right? This is breaking down the corruption so that, you know, we can move into the new era of Aquarius. So people that like we've been having alliances with, expect things to start fracturing or breaking. This isn't going to make much sense to anybody, but it will spark big consequences. This is the early tremors of a larger recalibration, and it starts with confusion, but it always ends in realignment. So remember that. So that's why you don't need to fear it. Symbols don't need to be complete to stir something up deep, right? So the number 6 is 1 away from the number 7. And I talked about the number 7, I think, in a couple readings ago. But there's a lot of hidden meanings behind the number 6 or 666. Because it was posed as a negative number back when the Bible started getting canonized, so that the hidden negative energy that was put into that number, it still echoes, okay? Because humans put negative energy into numbers or into symbols. We put an emotional attachment to things. When a number or a symbol is out there, like energetically, it is not good or bad. You know, even the universe responds to things, it's not good or bad. We as humans attach an emotion or a negative feeling to that. So this number, or on the 6, it's going to start triggering people like their primal instincts, like fear, loss of control, mythology, dogma, of course. So this portal is going to like stir up these instincts in other people or people around us that have like toxic behaviors or like negative attachments or negative pattern behaviors. So like people who mistrust, they don't trust easily, suspicion, they're very irritable, usually very angry, or they'll have a sudden urge to defend something that doesn't even matter. Like I call them petty patties. What it is basically this energy is going to affect these people's, nervous systems. They're reacting to a pattern in their bodies, and their minds don't understand this. That's why they get heightened anxiety. They lose control. They very angry. Like I said, the petty patties. They'll defend something that doesn't even make any sense or doesn't even matter. But watch out for that, because that's going to be on a big rise starting on the 6th. I'm putting this out on what day is it today? Today is June 5th. This is Thursday. So Friday. Happy Friday. Oh no. I like Fridays too. Oh Lord. Okay, well, numbers are codes, and codes are always remembered. And even these and codes are remembered even when we as humans forgot them, right? So these codes were made a long time ago. I mean, numbers are the universal language. Math is the universal language, right? So this portal is only the 6-6 portal, because 2005 does not add up to 6. But where it's positioned and how the planets are aligned, and with Pluto being in retrograde, this 6-6 portal is close enough to activate the 666 negative aspect or energy, but not enough to destroy anything, of course. That means pay attention, because there's going to be a lot of warnings or preparation. So like consider this like a test of how we respond to dark entities, lower vibrations, or like a subtle pressure of negative energies, okay? Because these negative energies or vibrations or entities, remember, as above, so below, what happens in the spiritual world happens here on earth. They are the ones that put that fear into that symbol purposely to affect us as humans, right? So the collective as a whole, if you are part of the collective, you know who you are. I am asking people, or, you know, the collective as a whole needs to send out like a healing energy to Mother Earth. You can do it by prayer, or, you know, clap your hands, get that, you know, and then just put it down on Mother, you know, and aim towards her core, you know, because we all walk on Mother Earth, and the Bibles were canonized here on Earth, right? The negative energies was placed here on Earth. Or just envision the number 666 and put healing energy around that number, because originally that number is not to be feared. It's to tell people, hey, angels are asking you to go help somebody. Lend a helping hand to someone who really needs it. If your mind isn't matching your goals and your purpose, stop, realign yourself, because that's what the number actually means. It's a warning, you know, like, hey, your thoughts are not matching, you know, your heart, mind, and body and soul, or whatever, you know. It's time to fix that. You know what I mean? That's just, it's something to help us, but then it, you know, things get twisted over the years, and here we are, right? People talking about the mark of the beast. Okay, so yeah, put or to the number 666, because originally it was not used as, it was not to be feared. A long time ago, people did not fear this number. Instead of being trapped into the superstitions of this number or portal, because, you know, people are going to start talking, because, you know, it does state it in the book of Revelations about the mark of the beast. I totally get it. But, you know, people want to feed off of that, which kind of, you know, when you actually sit and think about it, people don't really understand what the Bible was actually trying to say. And like I said, from another reading, Jesus came down here and told everybody, hey, this is how you play the game. You know, you don't have to do it his way, but, you know, there you are, you know. So here he told everyone how to play the game. This is how we do it. So anyways, let's get back, because this portal is offering us a chance to flip this energy around. That's why I'm asking, like, hey, we should pour energy or healing or love into those numbers and into Mother Earth, because it all happened here, you know. And I think that a lot of the healing what we've been doing over the last few years has been remarkable, not even for ourselves, but it's, like I said, it's like we've been healing our family lineages, breaking generational curses. So here's something, you know, we should be tasked to do. Anyways, this portal offers us a chance to flip this energy around, to take what used to mean fear and repurpose it into awareness. Because basically those numbers mean, are you aware of your thoughts? You know, the number actually means awareness. Are you aware that you have a spiritual team? You know, are you aware of your thoughts? Are you aware of what you're speaking? You know, fix that, align yourself. You know, hey, someone needs help. Are you aware that someone needs help? Go check that out. Go help them. So the number actually means awareness. So the collective as a whole has created enough space for clarity, sovereignty, and massive personal edge into what's coming next. The people who react to this portal will not be looking for peace, okay? This portal will let things in that wasn't invited, and things will slip through the cracks. Remember, there are things that cross over that are not here for our growth, okay? God has given them enough time and space, you know, here on earth before they come and take that away, right? So before he comes and takes that away. So, but there are entities, spiritual, energetic parasites, I want to call them parasites, or parasitic, that ride in through open frequencies. Nothing theatrical. They're not going to be theatrical, but you'll see something maybe on the corner of your eye. It might be dark. And you'll look and you'll be like, oh, I thought something was there. So the veil is going to be very thin on the 6, but it's creeping in the darkness, right? So Again, nothing theatrical is going to happen, but you might start seeing things out of the corner of your eyes or something brushing up against your aura field, okay? Your auric field. We all have an auric field around us. You might feel something walk past you. You might get a spiritual chill, but it's not what you're used to. Let's say that. And they are watching and they are waiting for a light to cling to, okay? Not all darkness arrives in thunder. Some just want to sit in your glow until you forget it's there. And I mean people too. So watch out for doubt, fatigue, a wave of doubt all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Or an anxiety that appears without a cause. This will come in faces that you recognize and you see every day, okay? So people who have draining energy will suddenly be unbearable to be around. So do yourself a favor, pull away from these. Don't feed into their energy, otherwise they're gonna latch on, right? Love them from a distance, even if it's your mother. I love you, but I can't be around right now. I gotta go. You can do something like that. You know what I mean? You're not being mean, you're just pulling away. You're not giving her that person or that, it's actually, she, like if it is your mother, she is actually just a vessel. So she doesn't know what's going on, but the dark entity inside does. So pull away. I love you. And then that's it, you know? So that was just an example. Somebody's mom might have a dark entity. Who knows? Anyways, so yeah, so people who have draining energy will suddenly be unbearable. So yes, definitely pull away. Again, these are going to come in family and friends that you see all the time, and it's might come to a shock to some of you because some of you might not even realize, you know, that they allowed one in, you know. So just remember that your energy is yours and you don't need to give you don't need to give your energy away, you know, to these things. So just, you know, watch out. I call them spiritual hitchhikers, because basically what they can't generate their own light, so they're seeking out yours. Basically, you're going to be a very loud beacon to them, okay? So you're not going to be able to hide, especially if you've been doing all this inner work. You're walking the path of whatever path you're on. If you call yourself a starseed, a light worker, you know, a galactic, whatever. So I know there's a million names out there. Again, you're going to be loud because you're shining brightly, and you're going to be more visible to them. So they're going to want, you're going to get a lot of stares. Remember, you don't owe your energy to anyone or everything that notices you. So be sure you set boundaries and definitely be alone if you need to. Trust the urge to unplug from someone, even if they've done nothing wrong. You just have a feeling, okay? Remember, presence is power. For them just to sit close by you, that's enough for them to drain you or make you feel ill. So watch your body, okay? Power is presence, and sometimes your silence will be the shield during this portal, okay? So you don't need to talk, you don't need to do anything really. So the veil is going to be lifting, and things are going to start getting a little personal, because that's what lower vibrations do, right? They try to figure out, how can I get to you? So expect not to sleep, because basically our internal clocks are going to be rewired. Some people might not be able to sleep, and some people will be sleeping, but it's not going to be deep enough for it to be refreshing, in a sense, okay? So if you are a dreamer, symbols are going to be probably predominant. Symbols are not going to make any sense, but they're going to feel, you're going to feel them. So they're going to be really hard to ignore, okay? So you're going to be, you know, during dream states or just your waking day, you'll get clues, warnings, or instructions of an imprint that you are going to take with you to move forward with, but it's not going to make sense tomorrow or today, you know, but you're going to move, but it will later down the road. Okay, again, that's Pluto. So basically, we are being retuned. Your nights are going to get stranger, and the coming days will begin to make more sense slowly over time, okay? Your intuition will be more louder than logic, so trust your intuition at this time. Basically, a lot of us have, we let go of our egos, you know, hence the, hey, did you lose everything? You probably did, you know, especially a lot of you walking that, what is that, the Christ consciousness path, or the path of, some people are walking the path of love, whatever journey you're on, you know, I really don't know. I know there's a lot of people on different journeys right now. I've only heard of like 5 or 6 different ones, but I can't keep them all straight, but I'm very intrigued by everybody's story. So, basically what's going to be happening is that you're going to be making decisions without knowing why. You're going to basically just be like, yes, I'm going to do that. No, I'm not doing that. And you're not even going to think about it. Again, you stripped away your ego, and now this portal is going to heighten all of our intuitions, okay? So expect irrational urges in a sense, especially if you're a logical person. You're not going to be doing logical things. This is air sign energy. Sometimes it's exactly, but here's the thing, the kicker is, sometimes it is exactly what you need for you to move forward though. When you step out of your ego and you step out of your logic and you actually just do something sometimes, that is exactly what you need. And what I mean by that is making that one phone call just to apologize to someone. You didn't think about it, but you just had that urge, I just need to do this right now. You know, maybe you just needed to do that. I don't know. Everybody's journey is different and everyone's got a different story. So let's put your comments down below and see what weird little urges you came up with. Anyways, expect to be more spontaneous. Remember, your intuition is the soul's memory, trying to remind the mind what you forgot. This portal 6-6 will amplify the intuition, and this time it won't be drowned out by logic, noise, or social pressure. So expect your decisions, I can't say that word, not to make any sense to those around you. Why? Because now you're going to be operating on inner truth. And that, my friends, are going to make a lot of people around you very, very uncomfortable. So, welcome to my world. Let's just jump right in. What do we need to know to move forward today? A woman, sorry. Ooh, somebody might be dealing with more than one women. Anyways, a woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman will be significant on or around or in the next few days. Broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. Carriage, a journey either physical or mental. Somebody might be going on a journey. Weeping willow, family sorrow. Something about our family lines. Lily, but we have spiritual love. Spiritual love is coming on through. Excuse me. Definitely letting things go, huh? Dark man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So someone around you might have dark hair. That will be significant. A broken wishbone. A wish will not be granted. Either he's not getting his wish fulfillment or he's causing someone to not have theirs. So again, be careful. You will have dark, even though the card hasn't came out, I just feel like I have to say there are going to be dark forces working against us. Okay, of course. Flag, do not be tempted to lower your standards at this time, okay? Also, I feel like someone might want to come in and ask you for a truce or a surrender, but there is a hidden motive behind that, so be careful. Whale, great worry over nothing. Don't worry about a thing. 365 days in a year. It says it in the Bible, right? Do not fear. You got one job. Don't fear. I know it's hard, but then you got to just detach from that fear, right? All right. One more card and we'll call it a day. That's too many, but we will do this. Basket, recognition and reward for merit. Bottom of the deck, we got chain. Chain of events that will affect your life. I'm telling you, this energy is going to be globally, so it is going to affect all of our lives. Because we're going to be stepping into a new era. I don't know when. None of us know when. NASA can't even predict it, so let's see what happens. What do we need to know? Give us some advice. We got two that popped out. Watch out for things popping out of nowhere. Open up and patience. Open up. You're being asked to open your heart to another person or to let down your walls and trust that they want what is best for you. Your life will open up in a wonderful way once you decide to open yourself up. It's a weird thing to put at a weird time like that. I don't know what to say about that. Good luck. What would Jesus do? He would open up. Patience. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things are not aligning in the way that you want them in this moment. So have some patience. It will all eventually work out. It always does. Anyways, let's get a story. Let's just jump right into it. What does the collective need to know? Okay, this card wanted to just pop out. Rest. Our souls will be resting or get some rest today. It's time to rest up. I always say when that card pops out, if you are getting the card of you need to rest, that tells me you're about to get very busy soon. Ooh. Yeah, things are just gonna start popping out of nowhere. A wish fulfillment might be popping out of nowhere. Anyways, we got a wish fulfillment coming in that is for the collective. And this is healing from a broken heart. You've done the work. Also, some of you might need to heal from takers. Maybe someone stole something from you. This is taking more. This is actually theft. I mean, straight up, but it's taking more than giving. So watch out for the takers, obviously. But now that you've healed, you're going to see them more clearly, especially if you had a lot of people steal from you. And stealing can be anything: money, energy, time, material things, people. So be careful. You are going to get a wish fulfillment, but make sure someone doesn't try to steal it. Or you're going to be healing from that. What you do not see coming, more things coming out. Darkness coming to light. All right, you have a final decision that somebody needs to make, or we as a collective. There is a final decision that you need to make, but you do need to look a little deeper because there's still something that you don't know and somebody is lying around you or you're not being honest with yourself. This is air energy, doesn't have to be. You could be just in your masculine energy, or there is a male that has been lying to himself or lying about something, but there's something you don't know, and you are going to have to make a final decision once you look deeper into what it is that you're either lying to yourself about or the situation alone. Somebody's going to get caught at work for lying, and this is not towards air energies. It's just a man that's a big fat liar. You're going to lose your job. You're going to get fired. Truth and balance is coming out. Restoration. You might get some truths. People who are recovered from addictions, I have noticed this. When I see these two cards together, like people are being more open with their recoveries. Like I just started a new job recently, and this guy was just out of nowhere, doesn't know me, but he was just so happy that he had to tell someone, and that it happened to be me. And he was like, I'm 2 years sober, I'm super excited, and da-da-da-da. You might hear a lot of that. Or it's gonna be the other way. Maybe you need to be truthful and honest with someone because you're watching somebody drink too much or have an addiction problem, you know, or maybe you need to be honest with yourself because you've been hiding it, saying, yeah, I know, I'll quit. You know, addictions can be anything. It can be shopping, it can be anything. Overeating, you know. But anyways, truths are coming out, balance is being restored, and we are being restored in other ways as well. Water sign energies, if you are a man in love or in your feelings, you might be in your feelings tomorrow. Maybe you're married, or you're going to be entering in a new contract, but your family's not going to be happy about it, but you are. Okay? Your family might not be happy because you're in love or whatever it is, or maybe you're happily married, but your family's not happy about it, but you are going to be. It doesn't matter what your family wants. This is your life, not theirs, right? So you're going to be very happy. Let's move forward. I got fire signs. Fire signs, you might be moving away or taking action to basically run away from an earth sign energy. It's kind of funny. The earth sign energy ain't going anywhere, but you are being like, run. Especially if you're a younger fire sign energy, typically this is the Knight of Wands. If you're a younger sign, fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you're going to be running away from an earth sign or a woman who's got her shit together. She sees right through you. This is the Nine of Pentacles. She ain't moving. She ain't going nowhere. But you are being universally guided. Also, earth sign women and fire sign males, are you wearing a mask? Or is someone around you wearing a mask, okay? Remember, when the magician comes out, they like to put on a show. Was the fire sign putting on a show? Typically, younger people do like attention, so they put on a show. Women of this stature can see right through it. They're not going to move, We see your BS. Anyways, both of you signs, fire signs, earth signs, or any woman that resonates with the Nine of Pentacles, you are being universally guided to do something. And it will be fast action. It was part of a soul contract, and the soul contract is now broken. One of you two don't want it over and wants to repeat it, but that's not going to happen. It's almost over, but it might come back around because I feel like the younger fire sign didn't want it to be over. But let's see. Might have something to do with children or an apology. Maybe the earth sign female might have to apologize. I don't know. I feel like you don't have to apologize face to face, but soul-wise, you can just apologize out loud to that person's soul. That way it's broken and done with. And give it love and say thank you for the lessons. You don't need to be face to face with them. Anyways, moving along. Maybe you guys have kids together, but there is definitely a contract, or you're married to this person and one of you didn't want it to be over. Anyhow, children are significant at this time, and children need to have more love offered to them at this time. And this would be a very good change for them. Children are probably going to be more loving and kind during this portal opening. This is because remember, children are very innocent, so they're closer to the divine than us adult humans. So if they're going to be dropping into their heart space, obviously we need to too, right? Why? Because it'll be an energy shift for the whole world globally, especially if there's going to be a lot of darker entities on the physical plane tomorrow. Anyways, I know sometimes when I say things, I even shock myself sometimes. So just let me carry on. Anyways, we got the King of Wands. So this is fire signs. If you are a male or in your masculine energy. Fire signs, you already know who the real villain is, and you're going to have a face-to-face talk with that person. And it will be heartfelt. This woman does not love you. She's just taking advantage of you. I don't know why, but she is going to have a heartfelt conversation with you. Maybe you're going to have, maybe she had her heart closed, and by you having this heartfelt conversation with her, she'll be able to open up her heart. Yeah, she needs to go on a soul journey. She's been digging deeper. Maybe she's been digging deeper into you. Could be copycat energy as well. Not sure. Fire sign females. You are going to be releasing yourself from something. And you are going to stand alone. You're not going to want to work with anybody at this time. You're also not going to be fighting with anybody either. So definitely take this pause. Good for you. Emperor. We got an emperor in the house. Those of you, typically they're older men and they do the right thing. Usually a power of position or position of power, but they do the right thing, right? I feel like you're going to be having a really hard conversation with an air sign. And this air sign is going to be very aggressive. Yes, she does tell the truth, but I think she's got more of a deeper issue than you realize. I think you've been kind of blinding yourself, and it's going to come out, and it's going to be like, you're not going to be able to hide it anymore. Like, you know what? I've given this person enough excuses. Now you're just going to be like, no, I'm going to do the right thing, and there's nothing you're going to say, or you're not going to stop me. I do feel like this person does want to stop you. She wants to have her way with you. You do need to forgive her, or she might ask for you for forgiveness because she knows that by you standing in your power, in your truth, she might start realizing, oh my God, I'm wrong. Either you need to forgive her for a wrongdoing, or she needs that forgiveness because she knows she did wrong. There are going to be some destined and fated events taking place in the next few days. This portal energy is behind the scenes energy. So, that's why like your intuition is going to be like really, really on high. And just when I say our intuition is going to be on high as let's say us being we'll call ourselves in the upright positions. We also have people that are in their lower vibrations that do need to do some inner work, are also going to have heightened intuition as well. I do have a Queen of Swords in reverse that just came out, and it is destined and fated that she is bitter and jealous, and she knows it. She is a real, I'm just going to come out and say it, she is a real bitch to deal with. She don't care about your feelings or anybody else. If you are around a person like that, she knows it. She don't care, but she knows that she needs to do some inner work. She's also oh crap. Empresses, and if you are earth sign females, or if you are a wealthy woman or a business-minded woman and you got your shit together, okay, you're gonna have women in your energy that want to just sit in your energy. So you guys be careful. Definitely protect your energy. All of you. I don't care what queen you are. Empresses and Queen of Pentacles, you will be starting a brand new beginning. Your brand new beginning starts on the 6th. That's odd. That is an odd day to start a new beginning, but okay. Congratulations. Why are you starting a new beginning? Because you have been released from everything, and that's why. Remember, when you level up, different devils or different levels mean different devils, and they're coming in on the new portal. So hey, there you go. It's all about timing. All right. Again, you will be protected during this time because you already have clarity. All right, God wants to have one last thing. Also, if you have, hold on a second. Some of you do have if any of you have legal issues out there, something might come back around. Or you need to think about something from the past that will help you in your legal issue. And mostly what I'm getting is about this legal issue. It might, okay, going into family law, that was just normal like legal issues. But if you're in family law, you need to start having fun with your children. I know when a lot of people go through divorces and stuff like that, it puts a toll on everybody. Nobody wins. So even if somebody's like, I win, nobody wins. Everybody loses. So God is also saying to everybody today, you need to get in touch with your inner child, or it's time to start having some fun. Can't be serious all the time. You know, even when Jesus walked the earth, he had fun. You will see something very clearly, or God wants you to see something very clearly. Watch out. And when you're watching for this something very clearly, it will be given to you in an email or a text message. So watch out for that. Those of you that lost some money at this time, just chill. Don't put work and effort into it, because you have a job offer that is coming that will bring you prosperity, okay? I have the 7 of Pentacles, so a new creation, a new beginning. Oh shit. You can't make that up. That's the 10 of Pentacles right there. So those of you that lost, let's say, a lot of tangible items, sit back and chill, because God's lining it up for you. You're going to be jumping from 0 to 7 to having it all. 10 of Pentacles. Dang. Celebrate that when you get there. Yep. You are going to see this very clearly. It's like God's going to be setting the table up for amongst your enemies, and you're going to see this very clearly. Yes, a stable offer, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. It's a brand new, solid, firm foundation. Why? Because the truths are out and you cut all your ties. I don't know why I pulled this. I just kept wanting to keep pulling. It doesn't really hold any significance. It's the Star in reverse. So nobody's going to be helping you, or nobody helped you, and that's why you're getting it. At the bottom of the deck, I have the High Priestess. This is High Priestess energy coming in. That is, pay attention to your intuition. Some of you that are High Priestess out there, be prepared to start speaking some prophetic messages. I don't even know if I said that word. Maybe you're a prophet. But the High Priestess energy, everybody's intuition is going to be heightened. So follow that feeling, right? Let's go with the fairies, and then I'll go with the dice. Practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. Alrighty, well, let's go to the dice. Whew. Things are gonna, energy might start picking up. Some of you are not paying attention to animals. If you have an animal that crosses your path, look up whatever animal, say it's a cat. Look up cat totem, spiritual totem meaning for cat. Do that, because you have a message in that. Some of you might be getting, some people are still gonna go under like ego deaths. The number 6. Of course, the number 6 is prominent. I can't make this up. The number 6 is prominent. June, 6 o'clock, 6 days. Lord. We are going to be very happy. Happy, look at this. Yay. Some of you guys are going to be very happy. Some of you are not moving away. There's a female that does not want to move out of your energy. She is very insecure. She's kind of angry. feel like she's angry. Like, I'm angry. You're gonna be happy, and she's gonna be angry. If some of you are contemplating on getting an animal or a pet, you're getting the go for it. Maybe one of you want to rescue, or like animal rescue is coming up. Like maybe rescuing animals from abuse. Some of you are going to be getting a house. Some of you are going to have the idea to buy a house. Go do it. I don't even want to say this out loud. So there is a masculine energy out there that took something from a child, and could be innocence, could be anything. I don't know. But I get time's up. He had his chance to make things right. He about to lose it all. I mean everything, and it's going to be public. All right. Some of you are blocking yourselves off from love, or there might be a blockage of love. Okay, that was on the sideways. Some of you that might be blocking yourselves off from love at this time. Why? Because you're probably in your money bags. You're going to be going on a vacation, and something's going to happen, and you're going to be very happy. Also, Egypt, the Middle East is very significant. I don't want to do that anymore. It's back to the negative energies again. Like if you're around an abusive person, again, someone's house, on the outside it looks great, middle class, absolutely happy family. But the inside of the house, the man is abusive to his children, to the wife. It's hidden, and he's caught and he's freaking out. So that's what I'm getting. Exposure. The number 8 is also significant. 8 o'clock, August. I'm done with that. I guess we'll just end this reading. You know what? Let's do an evil eye card. Let's get an evil eye card. What do we need to know? An evil eye card. It's about to get weird tomorrow, even weirder. If things couldn't even get weirder, it's getting weirder. That's confirmation. All right. Spirit team. Your spirit team has your back. Right now, you are not alone. Somebody wants to stop your progress on your way to success. Do not let that happen. Move in silence at this time. Remember, you are never alone. Never, 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 never. The spirit team just told you, we got your back, so do not fear. Let's end this beautiful reading and call it a day. And let's see how weirder things can get. All right. Well, that popped out of nowhere. Flush this and healing. Letting go, flush this and healing. These are actually my cards, if anybody wanted to know. And you can get them on either my Etsy store, or you can go to makeplayingcards.com and look up Katie Moonstone. That's my store. And I think you can get them cheaper there. But this is the deck that I made. It's an oracle deck. Anyways, flush this. Letting go. Are you ready to experience a major shift? Maybe it's time for you to change your relationship with money. Ooh. Are you tired of being financially in debt, dealing with the same old repeated patterns that only cause you stress, worry, and anxiety? Money is just energy. It's neither good or bad. We as humans put an emotion to money, and then we label it good or bad. This may have stemmed from your childhood. Take this time to heal your relationship with money. There is always enough money to go around for everyone in this world. There is no lack. This card is to let you know that a new doorway to creative spaces, into new directions that were unseen before in matters of your finance, giving you a new mindset for you to perform the art of letting go. bringing in healing, peace, abundance, and prosperity into your life. You can play victim or you can play creator, but you cannot be both. It's time to flush away all of the old or negative patterns and debts all away. Because tomorrow always brings us a new day to live a better day and to be a better you. So grab a piece of paper or toilet paper, write your debts, wish, worries, or any negative thought you have, then roll it in a ball and then flush it down the toilet. That's it. Let go and let God. Then allow the universe to work its magic for you. This is the art of letting go. So what are you waiting for? Let's flush it. Flush this. Actually, this is one of my books and you can get it on Amazon.com. Also, a lot of people who are spiritual or walk certain paths, you could be a light worker, starseed, I don't know. Again, there's a million names out there. Some people even call yourselves white witches, you know, whatever. So people who know, you know. So, a lot of us, because we are on a spiritual path, we tend to get in a cycle where we have money, we lose it. We have it, we lose it. Why? Because we're actually cleaning out karmic debts. And after we normally clean our karmic debts early in life. So if some of you, because some of you, let's say like you are like, let's say a white witch, whatever you call yourself, or some of you want to be tarot readers, but you're afraid to charge money for your service or like your spell work or what candle work, whatever it is that you do. A lot of you might be too scared to ask for money. So, you get the donation. Why is that embedded in our like soul? You feel guilty for charging for something. And that's because you're walking a path of light. So you want to do like good things. You're trying to be of service to others, right? So in order to heal that from you, you need to be like, you can say, selling my services is spiritual as fuck. It's that easy. We do that to ourselves, especially us, because we know better, but we still do that. So you can say something like that. But there's things, especially, you can do things to, and I'm going to come up with some more because I've been waiting for a while for this to come out. And I actually do have something in mind. So my next reading, I'll have something that goes with this, because I'm going to keep this card out purposely so I don't forget. But I have like quite a few affirmations that we can say, because I actually just started doing them myself and trying to heal, let's say, money, because again, first off, I'll have a lot of it, and then all of a sudden nothing. It's just like it got wiped out. Again, that's usually done with karmic debts. I got negative people around. So there's certain things that we can say to help heal that situation, right? Again, or just doing the act of flushing, right? So anyways, let's move on. Healing. The greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the world is to heal oneself. Much of the pain we experience in our everyday lives is self-created through our own thoughts and beliefs about our own circumstances by projecting our suffering out into the world and out onto others. We cannot control what happens in the world around us, but we can choose how we interpret and interact with it. We accept responsibility for our experiences and our feelings. We then learn that we have more control over our lives than what we thought. Tell yourself that you are so very sorry for what had happened, that you thought what you thought and said what you said, and really feel that. Allow forgiveness to flow through your body and release you. Cry and release until there is nothing left. Complete this process as many times as you need. This healing has a ripple effect throughout the whole world. And now you just change the world, because now you're no longer projecting out onto somebody, and that somebody goes and interacts with 20 other people. So that's how you change the world, right? You just change yourself. I just lost my spot, so be careful of distractions. When you heal a part of ourselves, we also heal the world, okay? You also heal your counterparts and your soul tribes, your bloodlines. In order to heal, we must utilize the power of forgiveness and know how to get in touch and understand why it is important to be aligned with your true self. Every time you forgive yourself or someone else, you create more space for love, happiness, and inner peace, enabling us to find and interact with solutions to the larger problems that we all face. Healing oneself creates a ripple effect across the universe, allowing you to help others heal and creating a changed and healed world. So take time out today and heal yourself today. Especially because tomorrow you're going to be tested on it. Anyways, drink plenty of water. Good luck. That energy will start on the 6th, but some of you that are very sensitive to energy, you might feel that later on tonight. Also, nobody endorses me. So, but what I wanted to say is if you have Florida water or something like that, maybe some holy water, pour it in a bucket and mop your floors, especially with this portal that's going to bring in some weirdness that might help, you know. It might help with the entities might not want to cross over into your house, you know what I mean? So it's just an idea to keep your spaces clean, but I know that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Florida water my house a little bit. So it doesn't work. It keeps a lot of it out, but I mean, things still pass through, you know, it's going to happen. So, but at least it won't be like, things are always weird with me. My daily life is always strange, but at least it keeps a lot of the strangeness, you know, at bay sometimes. Let's just say that. Anyways, good luck to everyone out there. Drink plenty of water, especially now that, you know, the sun is starting to come out. I know I got some sun today, so yay me. Anyways, get some vitamin D in you. Make yourselves happy. Go out and meditate into the sun. I loved it. I did that. I did it for like 4 hours and I feel great. So anyways, good luck out there. And I'm hoping for the best for everybody. Also, before I let everybody go, if you all want to like meet each other in my comment section, this is a safe space. Go ahead and be friends, you know. You never know, you might meet somebody just by watching this. So anyways, until we meet again. Namaste.